Now, as the holidays approach, it's important to remember our elderly population living in assisted living facilities, as some of them may not have visitors or a chance to spend Christmas with their loved ones. As such, Princeton Health Care Center is aiming to give a joyful Christmas season to its residents with its Adopt a Resident program. It allows the community to donate gifts to those under the center's care, and its Director of Marketing and PR tells us the program brings as much joy to those giving as it does to those receiving.
I think that as rewarding as it is for the residents who benefit from things like our Adopt a Resident program, I think that those who are a part of it on the giving side benefit just as much. The cliche that it's better to give than to receive is very true, and there's nothing that will lift your spirits like that. It's impossible for us here as employees to not be in the Christmas spirit when we see the generosity and the support of the community and how they rally around our residents.
Princeton Health Care Center runs multiple events throughout the year for its residents as well. And if you're interested, they are still looking for support in this current program with more information on the center's Facebook page. Now,